Greetings. You may wonder why you see me in such an outfit. Well, prior to viewing the tape, as I instructed you on the phone this afternoon, the 4th of July, 1989, before viewing the tape, you must sit down, relax, and enjoy a margarita. Now, there are some simple and more difficult ways to make said margarita. However, I will show you the simplest way, the way you can enjoy it, but you do need some basic ingredients. First, you need a blender, okay? You take the blender, go to your refrigerator, look for the sign that says crushed ice, crushed, not cubes, and begin. Approximately 3/4 full will do. Make sure the ice is nice and crushed. It helps if it's frozen. Gives a better consistency to the drink. And carefully monitor this as you fill up the blender. Oh, halfway will work. Yeah, come on, a little bit more. Now, of course, we're making margaritas for 4 here, so if you want to make half a batch, obviously you need half the ingredients. So, right there we have approximately 3½ cups of crushed ice. Now, if we take this, bring it to our blender, okay? Just hook it up, and it's pretty much ready to go. Now, the next thing we do, and probably the most important ingredients, is the tequila, okay? Any brand will do, the cheaper the better, because you're really not going to taste much of it. So, we begin, again, for a batch of 4 large margaritas, we start with tequila. 1 cup, okay? This is approximately 1 cup. You can see here, as I pour it in, just about enough. Perfect, perfect. Just a little bit shy, about 1 cup. Go to the last drop, okay? Take your tequila, just pour it over the crushed ice. There you go. Let it sit. Muggs is dying for one too. Okay, now that bottle is done. Put that off to the side and out of your way. You take the same cup. Another very important ingredient, which you won't find in too many recipes, is a liqueur called triple sec. Now, if you can see that label real good, that's what it's called, triple sec, okay? Triple sec. It's a liqueur. Now, for this ingredient, if you're making a batch of 4 margaritas, use a little bit less than ½ a cup. Just a little bit less than ½ a cup. That's good. A little bit less than ½ a cup, triple sec. Over the ice she goes. Okay, and that's all getting nice and cold in there, and all those chemical things are working together. Now, as that's getting cold, go to the refrigerator, open your refrigerator, and hopefully by now, you will have purchased some margarita mix. Most people say, well, you should make it at home, but you don't need to, because this stuff is just as good, if not better, and it's about half the time. Any brand will do. This happens to be Mr. and Mrs. T margarita mix, okay? Can you see that? It's pretty cheap, does the trick. Just kind of shake it up a little bit. Now, basically the recipe tells you 3 cups of this to 1 cup of tequila. However, for best results, I only use 2 cups. Seems to work a lot better. So, here we are. Take our first cup, pour it in, again, over the ice. There you go. And our second cup. There you go. 2 cups is just fine. Forget the 3 to 1. 2 seems to work just fine. And that's what I used when you were here, so obviously it works. Now we have all the liquid ingredients in the blender. Of course, if you want the margarita more frozen, then you add a little bit more ice. Okay? If you want it more liquid, you add a little bit less ice. Take a top, blender top, okay? Put it over the top. Hold securely because this stuff is going to bounce around a lot, okay? Turn your blender on. Hope for the best. There she goes. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Keep the blender on until you don't hear the ice being crushed anymore. Just let her rip. Sounds pretty good. Shut it off a minute. Check the consistency. Not too bad, okay? Put it on again, make sure any ice falls to the bottom and gets crushed up. That sounds pretty good. Now, to give ourselves a little bit more frozen concentration, all I would do is add just a little bit more crushed ice. Okay? You can see it's being crushed, going into the cup, hopefully not on the floor. Okay? About another cup of crushed ice. There you go. That fills up that blender pretty much. Okay? Put the top back on, hold it securely. Ice should get sucked down to the bottom, get chopped up, crushed, pulverized, liquefied. Join the rest of the mixture. Shut it off. Make sure everything's okay. Get it one more time. Hear any more ice? No. Should mean everything's fine. Okay. Now the mix is done. Next step is to get some glasses. Okay? In here, we have some glasses. Now, most importantly, on the glass is some lime. Okay? Take a lime. Notice I've had this one already cut. And you get a knife, if I can find one. Close enough here. Okay? Hopefully use a breadboard. Take a knife. Cut up the lime. Don't cut your fingers. Okay? Just give yourself a little piece to start with. Okay? Now, take that little wedge of lime. Make sure it's lime, not lemon. Rub it around the rim of the glass, like so. Just like that. You can see it just leaves a little film around the rim of the glass. And now, another important ingredient, which Dad wondered about, was margarita salt. Now, don't use Morton or ShopRite or Brand X or Food Town. Margarita salt. It's thicker, it's better, it's crunchier, okay? You open it up, hopefully. You open it up, like so, and voila, you can see margarita salt, okay? And over here, remember you've already coated the lip of your glass with the lime, gently. And now you have a beautiful frosted rim for your margarita. Now, since we've been doing this, it's been about a minute or so, you can see the mix has settled slightly. So turn your blender back on, remix everything, just let it get good and mixed, shut it off, okay? Now it's going to be difficult to pour the first one because your blender is very full, so you have to be careful. You unlock it, hopefully do this over the sink, okay? And here you go, right to the top, okay? You have a margarita with a piece of lime to decorate and the perfect drink prior to watching the videotape. Again, there's only one other precaution that you should take. Make sure you don't make this drink prior to 4 p.m. 1600 for you military types, okay? Because it will not come out the same. The angle of the sun, the weather, the clouds, the windage, everything has to be just right. Now, it's time to enjoy. Let's see how it tastes. Simply made in heaven. Mom and Pop, L'chaim, Salut, Nostrovia. Enjoy the film. Enjoy your margaritas. Thank you. Till next time.